made these ridiculously yummy cookies. Like when I say, oh, they're so good. Pumpkin coffee cake.
And I breathe. One touch feels skinny.
Hello sweet friends, and welcome to my channel. Today we have a special collab with Jessica Myros, a fall collab, all kinds of homemaking motivation. There is decorating, crafts, whatever you're looking for, you're gonna find it on this playlist. So make sure you check out the group playlist in the description box below, and don't forget to check out Jessica Myros' channel. Tons of inspiring, motivating content. She has all kinds of stuff on her channel, so please check her out. So today I have for you two fall treats, pumpkin treats. So first we made these really yummy pumpkin cookies. The kids love them. They were super duper easy to put together. They were nice and soft and fluffy, and the icing was really super simple. It wasn't overly sweet, because sometimes icings on cookies and desserts can be really sweet and just take it over the edge, and these cookies were just right. They were nice and crisp on the bottom, like the best cookies. I had made a second dessert. I didn't share it with you guys because it was kind of a fail. I didn't share the making. I think at the end of the video I showed you the bread that I made, but yeah, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. I should have made a second batch of these cookies because they were that good. So in both of my recipes today, I did use a chia egg instead of your traditional egg. I do like to use chia eggs in some recipes, not all my recipes, but when it's getting close to grocery day and I'm trying to conserve the eggs for the kids, I will use a chia egg, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get a really good recipe or a really good dessert out of it. They don't work for, I haven't found anything that I've used them in yet that they haven't worked for, but like I said, I generally just use them in my like cookies or muffins, and that's it. So there we go. I've got these cookies just going on here. So the one recipe at the end, I tried to make a donut recipe, but I didn't have a donut pan to make them with. So I used to have a deep fryer, and I would make donuts for the kids all the time, but I don't have a deep fryer right now. We're in the market for a new one, so that's a treat that they haven't had in a long time from home. And I used to love making the kids donuts. I love making the kids all kinds of treats. It's one of my favorite things to do is cook and bake. I love to be in the kitchen, and these recipes were so good. Perfect for fall. Yummy pumpkin flavor, but not overpowering pumpkin flavor. So here I'm just making up a quick icing for the cookies. It did have an icing listed in the recipe, but I just made up one very similar along the same lines. Icing sugar, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of butter. I actually used coconut oil. I try to use coconut oil in quite a few of my recipes. There are the iced cookies. Yeah. So I was just trying to show you here how nice and like soft and just so yummy these cookies were. The kids, like I said, they devoured them, came back for seconds. We'll definitely be making that again. So the second recipe was a pumpkin coffee cake. This one was really good too. So with this one, I had to make a pumpkin spice seasoning because I didn't have any pumpkin spice blend. It's not really seasoning. I guess it is a seasoning. I don't know. Anyways, I had to make it because I didn't have any, and it was really easy to make. It was just some cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice. And this recipe was super easy to put together as well. So as I had started to say, I've been trying to use coconut oil in the majority of my recipes lately, in place of butter where I can. Now butter is no substitute. In some recipes you need butter, but in things like muffins and cookies and treats like this or everyday stuff, it's good to use the coconut oil. for us, for Isla. So that way when she's having things like these cookies, I believe I worked them out to be around 6 grams of fat per cookie, which is perfect for her. That means she's getting a good chunk of fat in with her food and still getting a yummy treat. The pumpkin coffee cake, I actually didn't work out the math on the rest of the snacks that I made, but if the cookies have that much, then I'm pretty sure that the rest of the snacks are going to have a reasonable amount too. And I'll check that out before I feed any of it to her. But so far, she's had the cookies, and actually I did give her the muffin loaf, pumpkin loaf. It came out decent. It was all right. It wasn't what I wanted it to be, but it was good. And then the last thing I did for our fall, a little bit of fall here, was I got into my garden and I started to take her apart a little bit. I do plan to plant some garlic in the coming days. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to get the garlic planted, but probably next week. I have a little bit more cleaning up to do. We do have tomatoes that are still producing, so I left them alone and I let them kind of keep doing their thing, and then I'll worry about getting them picked up after. But the one side here that I cleared up, I pulled out the last of the beans and the peas that weren't really, some of them had a few flowers and there was maybe a chance that they were going to produce something small, but I had the time. It was really wet the last couple days and rainy, and I just hadn't been able to get into the garden up until this point. So there's still some work that needs to be done. I need to take a rake out there and give it all a good rake and get all the like little loose bits, but I think it'll be perfect. And then we can use some of that as like a mulch once we put our garlic down.
Mine is not washed.
So yeah, there. I just talked to you for almost 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you will like and subscribe. And if you are returning, I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you, even the new ones. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. And I hope that I brought you some motivation to maybe get in the kitchen and make a yummy treat. If you try anything, try these pumpkin cookies. They were phenomenal. Look at that zucchini. Oh my goodness. She was just a magnificent zucchini. I was blessed this year. Start. I think our garlic will go over here. Okay, so the last thing that we made there, the last batter we made, was supposed to be like a donut. And I don't have the right muffin trays for it. It didn't work. It was a fail. That's okay. So cookies, fabulous. The kids came back and had seconds. They were a big hit. Big hit. And then here's the pumpkin coffee cake. I have yet to cut into it. I'm going to cut into it shortly. We just had dinner. Ended up making chicken fried rice. That has nothing to do with our pumpkin recipes, but still. And also made banana cream pie today too. Yum. So yeah, there's some snacks for us, and I will let you know how this tastes once I cut it. And actually, hold on. Okay, so this was the... Okay, perfect. I'm glad you're gonna share. This was it's like a pumpkin bread. Maybe I'll make like a glaze of some form to go over top of it. But in the meantime, it needs to go back in the oven. It's not quite done. It still seems a little bit doughy in the middle. Okay, and there's the pumpkin coffee cake. I did eat like 2 pieces of it last night. And I'm having a piece for breakfast today. I was just editing my video and I thought I would throw it out there. It's super moist. It's so good. It's yummy.